This video is brought to you by Recurrent, an essential EV tool that gives free access to TFL EV viewers in the US. With Recurrent, EV shoppers can check range and battery info on used cars. EV owners can connect to compare their range and battery health to similar vehicles. And EV sellers can use Recurrent to get more money for their sales. With Recurrent, we can find, drive, and sell electric cars positively. Click on the link in the description below to get free access to Recurrent's amazing EV tools.
Well, this is perhaps the most unexpected car of the year, because Sofyan, what are we looking at today?
Well, Tommy, we are looking at the flagship vehicle or flagship SUV for Genesis. It's the new GV90. What do you think, Tommy?
It is one of the boldest designs I have seen in a long time. And Sofyan, is this a concept or is this the real deal?
You know, it actually does look like a concept. It resembles the Neoloon concept that they showed 2 years ago, but this, Tommy, is the actual production car. Can you believe it?
Absolutely nuts. Now, in this video, we're going to take you for our first quick, very hectic tour of the GV90.
Because there's not enough people here, Tommy.
Yeah, there's something like 283 people here for 3 cars, so this is going to be a little tricky. But Sophie and I are going to go over the specs, we'll show you the inside, and we'll talk about what makes it special. Now, Sophie, let's start with the powertrain, because Genesis is doing something crazy here.
Yeah, so this is an all-electric vehicle, Tommy. It's built on an all-new EMP architecture, but Genesis says that it has the biggest battery that they have in the Hyundai group, 123.5 kilowatt hours, up to 310 miles of range, 657 horsepower, 590 pound-feet of torque. That's pretty impressive. That's more power than the Ioniq 5N, Tommy.
What's crazy about this to me, Sofyan, is that this is a vehicle to go up against Mercedes, Cadillac, you know, Lincoln, and to offer only an electric powertrain is kind of a bold move.
Yeah, I am actually genuinely surprised. I was expecting to do like a hybrid as well, but I have to say, Tommy, this thing looks incredible. It kind of looks like a better Maybach, wouldn't you say?
It does, and what's really surprising is I have genuinely no idea where the headlight starts and ends.
So I think these might be the headlights here, but this is part of their new wing face, I guess, micro lens LED headlights, which kind of resembles the Genesis logo. I mean, it makes sense, it's an EV, so it doesn't really need the actual grille, but I have to say, I'm still not sure how I feel about this, but what I do love, Tommy, is how these literally look like jewels. They look like crystals. That's a really nice detail.
And there's no mistaking this for a Maybach.
I mean, it basically has a knockoff monoblock wheel. What do you think of the wheel design, Tommy? This is the big story with this car, because if you check this out here, this has an industry first coach door that has like a hidden B-pillar. So you can actually open the doors to reveal this massive opening, and those chairs, Tommy, they swivel to rotate the rear door or the rear seats.
Now this is called the Neoloon version,
yes,
right, of the GV90. And truly it's very, very hard to engineer a vehicle without a B-pillar, because the B-pillar is so important for crash safety.
Yes.
But Genesis has worked really hard to keep the structure, do an integrated roll cage,
yep,
and even incorporate airbags in the roof.
Yeah, so they said 12 airbags, and that's the industry first with the roof airbag. But you can literally see, Tommy, in this like side sill, it's a lot thicker than what you'd expect for other vehicles. And again, they engineered this to be able to withstand and get a 5-star crash safety. I mean, I would love to see a comparison between the, you know, the one with the regular doors and the coach doors. But just remember, you can get these coach doors as an option, but it still comes with a third row, Tommy, in the back, which is interesting.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's really interesting that you can get the giant Neoloon door with a third row. Now this interior, they've gone ultra luxe. So they've really gone very Korean contemporary with a lot of the design. There's 3 different door handles here. I don't know if you've seen this, Sophia. There's one here. Oh. It's a little bold. There's a mechanical one here, and is this the window switch? Oh no, that's a window switch.
Yeah, that's the window switch.
Handle.
So I guess this is probably for the emergency release in case the power goes out. But I mean, check out the quilted leather. I mean, this is like really like fancy stuff, along with the really nice materials. Even like the dash, which we'll have to get inside one at some point when there's not a million people looking at the car.
Good luck, Sophia.
But that screen, Tommy, what do you think? That's almost 25 inches when the screen is out.
And it does retract, so you can push a button, and the whole screen will go into the dashboard. So if you don't like that huge dashboard look with the one big screen,
it basically adds an inch, Tommy, when you push a button.
Wow. I know some guys that would probably appreciate that. Now the rear, Sofyan, is one of the wilder design elements of this car.
Yeah, I'm I don't know how I feel about the rear, Tommy. I think the front looks better. What kind of drives me nuts, Tommy, is the fact that there's no kind of spoiler here, because it basically forces the rear wiper to sit kind of randomly at the base of the glass, and it kind of interrupts the whole like seamless design of this car. And then it also has this interesting panel where it says Genesis here, but it's kind of smooth. It's kind of integrated into the actual light cluster. But of course, it has the signature two lines that you find here. And I guess we may as well open this up and check out the cargo space. You can see the LED actually turns off when you open it, but Genesis didn't have any cargo figures. But Tommy, this one is the first edition, so it has this like partition that closes you off from the actual cargo area.
I've never seen anything like that. What I really appreciate Genesis is doing here is something totally unique.
Yes.
I mean, look at this taillight. The taillight is the quarter panel, right? There's no separation and there's no seam. It's one continuous flush element.
Absolutely.
So it's super unique. And that's something that's not necessarily the case in a lot of new cars.
No, I mean, they really are trying to kind of, I guess, pave their own way with the outside of this vehicle, with the interior. I mean, just trying to navigate through all these people, Tommy. But look at the interior of this one, Tommy. It's got like purple and blue. It kind of matches the exterior.
Crazy.
And look at all the plaid as well.
Forrest!
What's up? I didn't think in your video.
Sorry.
No, it's good to see you, man. You just made our video way more famous.
No, whatever.
Do you like this thing, dude?
Dude, it's like, okay, I think this is the highest praise I can give this car. It's like Chinese levels good.
Oh, okay.
It's like that impressive. Because like usually the Chinese are doing like the craziest, most out there of just like things. And I think this is the first time I've seen like an automaker that we actually get in America do something similar. The details are crazy, right? It's nuts.
No. Forrest, I appreciate that, man. Check out Forrest on any social media if you want to see a better video than this. But dude, it's good talking to you. So Phil, let's go look at the green one.
Yes, actually the green one is definitely my favorite, Tommy, and this is the one that has the conventional doors. So if you don't want the coach doors, you can still get it with conventional doors, which I'm assuming is a lot less. You lose the automatic opening and closing function, but this is the one that has the third row, which I think there's somebody in there filming. But well, we can at least open the back over here and show people the third row. I've literally been trying to get into the third row all night.
Yeah, this is a tough presentation. Oh, there you go.
Yeah, so this is the reason why people have been waiting for this car, Tommy, because the GV80 offers a third row, but it's really small. I don't have the cargo figures of this, but this definitely looks like probably in like the 20-ish cubic feet space. And then you also have like some underfloor storage, although it's not quite as deep as I was expecting it to be. And of course, it's still power. It has all the power features.
Nice.
That I imagine standard. But look at this, Tommy, green carpet. It's got a green exterior and it's got a green interior. I love it.
So Sophion, hopping into the interior of this one, this is actually a purple interior, and the underlighting is crazy here on the dashboard.
Yeah, so this one is the first edition, Tommy, so it has a couple of details here that are a little bit different. I mean, check out that crystal sphere for the shifter. The screen, also this is in the retracted or the extended position, so it's almost 25 inches, but if you push that button, Tommy, it makes the screen go down. So it kind of creates a more like widescreen display, but I have to say, Tommy, that is really slick. What do you think of that?
I like it a lot. Yeah, I think a lot of people are really frustrated with like the big kind of tablet TV style screens, and this is a way you can have it both. You can have the giant screen if you want, or you can fold it down. But Sophion, no digital cluster, no cluster at all.
Yeah, so apparently there's a 25-inch head-up display that's supposed to replace the digital cluster.
Oh, interesting.
And also, Tommy, if you look, there's also no start-stop button. They got rid of that, and they're kind of copying what Tesla does with all the other EV brands. So you just get in the car and just put your foot on the brake, and it turns on.
Now, this is the new shifter. It's the stock that when you put your foot on the brake actually moves down to the 2 o'clock position.
Yep.
Like an old school console shifter. And then this is now all for your new Plios.
Plios Connect.
Plios Connect, which is the new infotainment system. Some physical hard buttons. You got your vent down here. I think they've moved the vent controls into the screen.
Which would make sense to me, I guess.
And then Bang & Olufsen tweeters that rise out of the dash when you start.
Yeah, 25 speakers in this thing, Tommy. I mean, it's got literally all the luxury that you'd expect from like a Maybach, from a Bentley. But at the same time, like I think it actually might be better. It even has tables in the back seat area, as Forrest is literally
Forrest
showing.
is demonstrating the tables. That's pretty rad. Look at that.
First class airline stuff right there.
And I like the use of materials too, like this kind of cloth checkered pattern.
Yeah.
So a lot of cool stuff in this.
Oh, we should show how this door closes real quick, Tommy.
Yeah, push the button.
So it actually like will kind of slide into position, almost like a sliding door at first. That's what it looks like.
And then this one closes like that. All right, Sophion, open them up.
All right, so you can actually open either door independently. So if I wanted to open the back door, I can come out, open that. It slides out of the way first, almost like a sliding door, and then it literally just kind of moves itself, although it kind of stops there. I don't know if it sensed that I was there.
You're in the way.
Probably because I was in the way, but the front door does the same thing.
And then this should be powered too.
But that's pretty slick.
Yeah, and then the running board extends as well. So it really gives you like an open, airy approach to the inside side.
Mm-hmm.
And that's something, Sophion, like Cullinan. Does Cullinan have the coach doors?
They have the coach doors, but they don't operate in the same manner that
And
this
they have
does.
a B-pillar.
There's a B-pillar, yeah.
This is the first pillarless, which is what makes it unique. I think is this a two-tone?
It is. This is black roof and black hood on this
Yeah.
one.
So
And a very
Sophion,
dark blue.
Certainly one of the craziest cars. The thing I'm a little bit concerned about is price. What do you think this could cost? Because we don't know pricing.
Yeah, so, I mean, if you're going to upgrade from a GV80, that starts at around $60,000, goes up to around 90. I mean, this has to start where the GV80 ends to me. So like 90,000 at least.
I think if you want one like a first edition like that, you're gonna be spending $150.
That's, yeah, I mean, I guess if they're trying to be like the Korean Maybach, which the Maybach GLS, which isn't the best looking vehicle in my opinion.
Sophion.
It's 180 grand. So even if they offered that for 150, it's still kind of a deal.
Yeah, so I'll be really curious to see what you guys think. The range is certainly less. So for example, like a Cadillac Escalade IQ has got 400 miles of range.
465 miles of range.
And they're targeting 310.
310 for this one,
with,
yeah.
with the normal doors.
With the with the green one with the regular doors. So I imagine this model is probably a little bit less, maybe under 300 miles, which is a little bit like less than what I expected them to be for sure.
This is one of the craziest shoots I think we've ever done. Now, Sophia, what else have we missed? Power?
657 horsepower, 590 pound-feet of torque. They didn't talk about 0 to 60. They did say, Tommy, that it runs on the 800-volt architecture. It has a Tesla NACS port in the back, 10 to 80% in about 22 minutes, so that's pretty competitive.
Back seats? Dude.
Yeah, I'm pretty shocked. I mean, this is literally like what I expect a Rolls-Royce or a Bentley to look like.
Really, really crazy stuff here with this GV90. Let us know what you guys think. Are you in the market? Did they say when this is going to go on sale?
They did not, but I'm going to assume probably early next year.
Okay.
They also didn't say if it was a 2027 or a 2028. I'm going to assume probably closer to a 28, but
I think you're right.
could be a 27.
Well, guys, let us know what you think of the boldest new car in a while, and we'll see you in the next video. And check out Sophion Bate Redline Reviews. He'll have a full video coming soon.
Hopefully not when all these hundreds of people are crawling around the car.
See you guys.